If we even get 30% of the GMs to grow that business plan, this will be so successful. It'll be great. We have 20 GMs and my executive team. We also have 1,300 employees that I hope are doing what is expected of them without the leadership being in the store. My fear with any type of like corporate program that we put out is that it's never lack of data. It's never a lack of, we've spent countless amount of hours behind everything we do, but it's the practical take home. I've had ideas that we've had phenomenal videos made. The presenters did a great job, but you could just tell for some reason it did not resonate. And I don't know. I do not know why that happens sometimes and why it doesn't. When you put 20 GMs in from, multi-region, 3 different states, and say, hey, we have a $1.5 million problem, gamify it and say, find the solutions. The directors, I want them to see what they need to do. So this is a great time for them to be watching their stores and realizing you're really just a good finance manager that got promoted to a general manager, or you're really just a good car guy or gal. You're good at closing car deals. We don't have to do these then, because we can load them up. They can go do these, and we can kind of task the directors of ops. In 2020, I formed Banyan, and Rick runs that. We had a lot of things that we founded that on. One of it was that all growth is local. And so the concept of that is the intentionality of being together. We have so many events throughout the year, whether it's Recharge, we do 4 of those, whether it's our Fair Oaks Days, we do 2 to 4 of those, whether it's like this, which is our summit, we do 3 to 4 of these annually. So then after that, you'll walk up. So we do a lot of these events, and it's all around that concept of all growth is local. We love that. And then I want to get into the 3 days we have together. We want everything to be Apple grade. We believe that Apple as a company, they do a lot of things well, whether it's launching products or just the products that they make themselves. When we launch something, I want it to be so well done, so well thought out that the run of show matters. 50 people to a Purdue game. I'd almost say it's probably not even possible. Before the summit, we've got 2 meetings with partners of ours. So Orange Media Group handles our advertising and marketing. We meet every single month. We talk about the ad strategy for 20 rooftops. Can we drive more quality leads and at the same time continue to raise our closing rate? We saw that happen in June. We had a little over 10,000 good leads, and we closed at 34% on those leads.
7 clicks, they've spent $25, 1% click-through rate, $3.57 cost per click. It is so early.
The process in the store and the process of the advertising really meeting together, and then you have a phenomenal month. Like a perfect example is like Fort Wayne Nissan. Like they've had a really good year this year. They have a dedicated buyer and they're stocking 90 to 110 used cars. They're outselling many of the Chicago used car lots. And the difference is they know what they need to buy, and they're working on it daily to make sure the lot has those cars on it. And we don't have that at some of the other stores. We need the same thing at Arlington Nissan. Like there's no reason why Arlington Nissan is being outsold on used cars by Fort Wayne. Our strategy is opportunities to sell and service cars. Our identity is gonna be on a $50 oil change. It's gonna drive our service. And so I'm just working on what that image looks like. So I want it to be everywhere.
Because the oil change is one thing. What's the upsell rate on the oil change?
Right now we're averaging an hour, which is great. So an oil change is 0.3 hours, 3/10. And the average in the group right now is 1.3 hours on Rohr 50s. 72% are buying something, which is a step in the right direction. This is gonna be a great 2.5 days. I have 4 team captains. The team captains were picked by highest net to sales.
I'm gonna put $100 in for you. You owe me $100.
To make this more interesting, I brought $5,000 in cash. Our CFO, Tina, created this special edition murder mystery game for you. And the winning team will split the $5,000 plus the pot of $1,900. When your name is selected, go sit down at their table. So that's Connor's table, Alex's, Dave's. You guys might have to eventually move, and then Rob's table.
Review all case files. Identify operational problems. Calculate financial impact. Determine root causes with supporting evidence. Develop a recovery plan and processes. The winning team is the team that most accurately solves the $1.5 million mystery, what killed the profits at Rohrman Motors, and provides the best plan to bring Rohrman Motors back to profitability. The winning team will receive the $5,000 cash. Good luck, investigators.
You may now open case file 00.
We just left the GMs to do their audit of Rohrman Motors, the 1.5 million loss. The whole point of this is we don't want to help them. So it's kind of like a sink or swim experiment. We're going to do it again tomorrow with real stores, but we'll support them as we do it. And so this gives my director team the time to go and meet. So we're going to meet regionally and just catch up and game plan. We're halfway through the year. So what does the back half look like? We're going to go find out.
So far we're finishing the first session. There's a minute and 40 seconds left. And then we're going to get in and we're going to review how their draft picks are going. Stay tuned. So we had teams picked out, and the problem with teams was we thought if you just got assigned, hey, this is the team you're on, that somebody would be a dominant voice and other people would sit back. So the thought was if we did a draft, immediately competition, egos, because again, it's the car business, and then they got to prove themselves. So interesting, shock of the draft, JT Webb. It's probably a bust, could be a bust. I'm here live with Connor Rohrman, the #1 draft pick. Connor, what was your drafting strategy today?
Go at the guy who was right there in net profit. So Matt runs a big store, very smart guy, and just fun guy to be around.
How confident do you feel with getting the last pick of the draft?
I think I got the steal of the draft, really. He's, an underdog story. No one really knows about him, but he's coming up. Watch out for him, guys. He's coming.
So through the first round, your team is in first, second, third, or fourth place?
First.
Alex, talk me through your drafting strategy.
I picked somebody who's going to be good with charts and reading charts. That would be JT.
If you could do it again, would you draft the same way?
Yeah.
Dimitri is probably one of the smartest guys in the room, so you got to pick him. Todd, we just picked him.
Okay, somebody had to pick Todd and you went with him. Real quick, was your draft strategy to go with Dimitri so that if another store were to beat you, you could at least kill that person in the other store?
He will kick every single day, and I'll just be right behind him, patting him on the back, saying, hit him harder, hit him harder.
Dimitri, can you give us one quick, evil glare? Would you still draft the same way if you could start over again?
100%. This is my team. We're going to rock this.
And you know all of their names?
Most of them, yes.
I have one GM here that was promoted from the service side. So for him, he knows fixed ops really well. So is he asking the right questions in variable? And so I think it's a time for them to really find that out. There's really 3 types of people that are going to come out of today. You're going to find people who naturally are really good at finding problems. You're going to find people that are naturally really good with coming up when I have the problem, I know how to fix it. And then you're going to find people that are good at both of those. And that is what you really want, but it's just not the reality that we live in. So it is the combination of, can you find the areas that are lacking, and can you then implement a successful business plan to resolve and fix and grow a 30, 60, 90, maybe 120 day expectation. So I think that's what I'm looking for, is just, where do the directors need to jump in and fill? And then from the GMs, what am I good at? And then what do I struggle at? And then can I ask the right questions for help to get to where I want to go?
All right, I'm here live with the first round draft picks for each team. Guys, congratulations on being the first selection of your team. First up, we have Matt Ashford. Matt, why do you think you were selected with the #1 overall pick?
Boy, I'm not sure, but maybe it's my former GM of the year win.
He's really hanging on to that one. JT Weber, why are you actually even here?
You know, that's a great question. I'm a big believer of the squeaky wheel gets the grease, so everybody gets an opportunity. You just got to make sure you're able to hit that last second shot.
You also told me that you feel like the guy in a golf scramble who's just on the team to putt first to show the line. Is that true?
Everybody's got to get their shot. Every once in a while, you might hit that putt.
And then, Dimitri, you come at a very different angle here. First off, you look like not only a good pick, but you also bring the intimidation factor. How does that play into your third overall pick status?
I believe that was most of his choice. That and my athletic prowess. Aside from that, I really don't know why he picked me, but yeah.
Yeah. And John, bringing up the rear with the fourth overall pick, some would say a surprise pick.
Yep.
What's your statement?
I'm just trying to be like JT.
Thank you, ask.
Now, guys, I'll ask this question before we go.
To JT.
We're through the first quarter of the actual investigation. Without giving away tips to others, what do we think we've learned?
Watch your expenses and watch how many people you are working for you.
I would say managing your inventory and knowing what you have is very important.
Turnover and guarantees will kill you.
Watch your people and watch your personnel expense and guarantees.
There we have it. So all these guys are going to be cutting their staff, firing all the employees with high incomes, and watching all guarantees. Good luck, boys.
As a leader of
Awesome
a
work, guys.
dealership, your mindset has to be bigger than I can find 10 grand here or there. It's not, to me, it's too small. Like, you run a big operation, find the 50K mindset. You know, so if you multiply 50K in additional, and I'm talking net, 50K in net, not annually, monthly, and you multiply that times 20 rooftops, that's a big impact. And that impact is going to drive us towards our BHAG. That business plan has to be approved by the director of ops on Friday, and it's going to run us through the end of November. So it's a 120-day business plan. So I think you got to set a goal, you have to have accountability throughout the goal, and then you have to have a finality to it of like, so was it a good goal? You know, and so that's it. If we even get 30% of the GMs to grow that business plan, this will be so successful. It'll be great. So.
Where Alex won, but you won all the other categories. So you were a strong leader throughout the whole game.
Chase, what is the takeaway? Why do we do this?
The takeaway is to bring this back to the stores. And at the end of the day, all the GMs are paid off a net profit.
Yeah.
So how much net profit can you generate? Because I think some people had a lot of fun and some people came into this thing nervous.
For sure.
But everybody left with a smile on their face.
We had some great leaders today that guided and showed that they knew the steps to do it. And I hope a lot of guys took some stuff to take home to their stores.
As a CEO, what's that takeaway when you look at your training and go, yeah, this is what my guys are doing?
It's all about engagement. Like, you can bring the best material, but if they're not engaged, it's all for nothing, right? So tonight, I mean, when Tina started like saying like, and in fourth place, the whole room, like people were standing up, they were fidgeting. We literally today engaged 20 guys for 4.5, 5 hours.